Hey everyone! Today I'm going to talk about what I love about Clemson University's Douthit Hills residence area. Pretty much I'm going to share what I learned from my experience in Douthit Hills, and I'll talk about what I love about it. So, Douthit Hills is one of our new residence areas of Clemson University as it was completed in 2018. Douthit Hills East is for the freshmen, whereas Douthit Hills West is for the apartments of athletes and upperclassmen. So each building is indicated by a letter, and the upper class ones are A, B, C, and D, and the freshman ones are E, F, and G. In this video, I will be elaborating more on the freshman buildings because that's what I've experienced. So for the freshman dormitories, each hall is co-ed, so there are both boys and girls rooms in one hall, and the bathrooms are also co-ed as well. The way bathrooms work is that when you open the door from the hallway, there's like this big bathroom, and then there's 4 different rooms. Each one's a private room which has a lock. Each one is completely private, and each 4 of the bathrooms within that one big bathroom all have a sink, a toilet, and a shower. At first, coming to Clemson as a freshman, I was really sketched out about having a bathroom like that. Like, I wanted my own private bathroom in my own room, but I actually learned to like it, and it wasn't really that bad at all, and you really do get the privacy that you expect. Having a shower caddy makes it so much more organized because that way you have all your toiletries in one place, you're not holding them all together in your hands. Another cool thing about being in Douthit East is that our parking lots are right there. They're a really quick, easy walk up the stairs and boom, you're in the parking lot. It's also nice because during game days, a lot of people have to move their cars to a different grass lot, but if you're in Douthit, you can just keep your car where it is and you don't have to worry about all that hassle of moving your car from one spot to another spot for game days. However, it does suck how each parking lot is first come first serve, and those spaces are only for residents. If there's not enough, then pretty much you have to park in a place called the overflow lot, which is like a bit of a driving distance, but there is a bus that can take you from the overflow back to your dorm in Douthit. One thing I have noticed is that you can leave your spot during the day around the mornings and the early afternoons, and that way you can come back and you'll get your spot back. Whereas if you do come back later in the evening, all the spots are pretty much going to be taken by then, and you're going to have to park in the overflow. And as for weekends, typically there's almost always spots because people like to go home on weekends. So there you have it. Always try to find a spot. Now, another really unique and cool thing about Douthit is that we have our own Douthit Hills Hub. In the hub, there are so many amazing things. So for example, the first floor is our bookstore, and that's where you get anything you need for your classes as well as extra supplies that you may need as well. The second floor of Douthit includes a gym, and I took advantage of that. I loved having a gym right there. It really helped me prevent freshman 15 during my freshman year, so I really recommend if you live in Douthit, take advantage of that gym. Our gym has tons of space and tons of things. We have group exercise studios, we have tons of cardio machines, a spin studio, a flex and strength training room, as well as other weights as well. We also have tons of lockers and locker rooms, so that way you can keep all of your stuff in a safe place while you go work out. Another kind of random thing that I like about the gym is that I love the natural light. Pretty much all of Douthit Hills Hub is just a bunch of windows, so instead of seeing walls, you literally just see windows. And I really like that natural light, especially when I'm working out in the day. However, if you are a night person and you like to work out during the night, the Douthit Hills Gym is open until 11 p.m. Now for the third floor of the Douthit Hills Hub is our dining hall. Pretty much there's tons of different options. So there's one option, there's a bunch of pizza. They rotate pizzas of the day every day of the week. And they also have a salad bar. They also have another spot that rotates between barbecue sandwiches or just regular burgers, and there's tons of different options on how you want to make them. There's this also really cool eatery called Fusion, and that one's cool because each week they have a different food from a different country. And from my year, it rotated from Latin American food, Mediterranean food, Italian food, and Asian food. And each week they rotate between those 4. So if you live in Douthit, you're gonna have tons of options to eat. And on top of that, we also do have a Starbucks right there. And I loved that Starbucks. Take advantage of that Starbucks. I loved it. We also have a mini grocery store, which basically you can get any quick snacks or any drinks and stuff like that if you need it for your dorm. And there's also some extra supplies, like if you need to buy some body wash or shaving cream, like they also have that there too. Lastly, we also have this really healthy eatery called Freshens, and I loved Freshens. It was my #1 go-to. So basically Freshens offers really healthy options, but I really love their breakfast pockets and their smoothies. You can use your free meal exchange plan to get a free smoothie, or breakfast pocket during the mornings until 10 a.m. And I literally loved that deal. I took it every time before class, and that way I started my day with a really healthy meal before class. My favorites and freshions was their Jamaican Jammer smoothie. It's basically strawberry banana with Greek yogurt mixed in together in a smoothie, and it was amazing. I swear on everything, I literally had that every day, never once got tired of it. And I also get the breakfast wrap, bacon, egg, and cheese, and that one was so good, like it was addicting. Not the healthiest, but that one was so good. For academics, Douthit Hills has tons of lounges, so that way you can be able to study or hang out or do homework with your friends, and a really nice spot, and there's tons of natural lighting like I said. I think the number one perk of being in Douthit is that pretty much their design has really specialized in good lighting with natural lighting, and I really appreciated the way they structured that. And if you really need to print something last minute, we have a printer right there in our main building, Douthit E. Each building has a really nice kitchen that includes a stove, microwave, oven, a big fridge, and we also have snack machines as well. On top of that, we have a pretty big laundry room in each building where we have tons of washers and dryers as well. You always need to wash your stuff, and make sure you put a timer on your phone when you do put your clothes in the washer and dryer, so you make sure that no one takes your stuff. Another cool thing about Douthit is that we also have our own package service area right there. We have one self-service locker, which is in the Douthit Hills Hub, which is basically where you enter a code from your email when you receive a package, and there you can just pick it up right there and easy. And behind the upperclassmen building, there's a trailer where we can also pick up our big packages and mail as well. Now I'm going to talk about the distance. Douthit Hills is not that far from classes, and if anything, it's just less than a 10-minute walk. We're also close to tons of eating places like Schletter, which is our dining hall near the high-rises, and there you can pretty much get food any time of the day, as much as you want with your meal plan. We're also really close to the Wendy's as well, and that is great because it's also open till 2 a.m. So if you really need a late night snack from studying, or you're getting ready for finals and you need some food, well boom, Wendy's has your back, and we're close to it too. And lastly, we're also close to Hendrix, which is basically where we have our Panda Express, Subway, we also have an ice cream shop, and we also have a bagel place as well. So that's about it. I will say I really loved my experience in Douthit Hills, and I do not regret it one bit. It is definitely like one of my favorite parts of being on campus, just because it's so nicely set up and there's tons of walkways and space of grass, so that way you can see tons of people hanging out, playing games like spike ball, soccer, football. And yeah, that's just it's like a great family and friend atmosphere, and I definitely call Douthit my home. So if you have any other questions about Douthit Hills or anything about the residence halls in Clemson, definitely comment below or DM me on Instagram, and I'm here for you. If you also lived in Douthit your freshman year, feel free to comment about your experience as well. Go Tigers!